when the heat of danger starts to ignite. Who do you rely on to stay alive? She is Fire Chief 845. This is Channel 24, and you're watching the Calgary Talk Exchange. Now, here's your host, Janice O'Hare.
Thank you for joining us. Today we have several guests on our network who would like to express their gratitude to a local hero. In the midst of sudden danger, these guests will share their incredible story of how they were saved and given a second chance. She's brave, she's caring, and most of all, she does her job very well. She's Calgary's own Fire Chief 845. Now then, let's say hello to our first guest, Mr. AJ.
Yo, for sure, man. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show, AJ. So, you told our producers 5 weeks ago there was an incident in which you could have lost your life.
Dude, I could have lost more than my life. I was about to lose everything.
Mr. AJ, if you lost your life, you would have lost everything.
Yo, come to think of it, you're right. If I lost everything, my life would have been over.
Never mind. Just tell us what happened.
Yeah, sure. So like 5 weeks ago. So I'm fixing something to eat, right? If I remember, I think I was like making hot dogs. Yeah, I was making hot dogs, yo.
How ironic.
Nah, you wanna know what's really ironic? Did you know that hot dogs don't even taste like dogs?
Ew, we have children watching, you know. And how do you know what dogs taste like?
Oh, yeah, I lick my paws. Like this. Whoa, I really need to wash that. It tastes like...
Mr. AJ, will you please just get on with your story?
Oh, right. So, I walked away from the kitchen when I was cooking, and wouldn't you know, after a 30-minute shower, an hour nap, I started to smell some smoke all through the house.
That's scary.
Yeah, talk about ironic, bruh.
I'm a female bear?
Oh, right. Well, talk about ironic, gruh. I was fixing a hot dog, but it looks like I was about to be the hot dog, right?
Terrifying, but also poetic the way you put it.
Anyways, the kitchen was all on fire, right? Yo, smoke was everywhere.
Oh my.
Dude, it was so thick, I couldn't even see the whites of my eyes.
AJ, of course you wouldn't. You didn't have a mirror. I can't even see the whites of my own eyes right now.
Yeah, but I can see them, yo.
That's because you're over there.
And it's because there's no smoke. I rest my case. So the smoke was just rolling and getting thicker by the minute, right?
I bet you thought this was the end, huh?
Actually, to be honest, I was thinking about how hungry I was, straight up.
Are you for real?
For real, yo. Why do anything on an empty stomach, even if I'm about to check out? So as I'm making preparations to go to that doghouse in the sky, a voice rang out, calling my name, right? Through the thick smoke, she said stay calm, stay low, and reach out for her hand.
Ah, yes. It was Fire Chief 845.
You got her. Anyways, she wrapped me in this blankie and carried me safely outside.
Wow, incredible. Just incredible. So I guess the lesson you learned here is to never leave the kitchen unattended, right?
Especially when you're cooking. Yo, do you guys sell hot dogs here?
As a matter of fact, we do. Just take the elevator to the lobby and hang a right at the reception.
Yo, thanks, Gra.
Our next guest reminds us how important it is to be careful with candles. Please welcome Blake the Bear to the show.
Well, howdy there.
Yes, so Mr. Blake, what's your story?
Oh, well, I almost got burnt up. Could have been a black bear, actually. And Fire Chief 845 saved me. That's about sums it up.
Could you give us more details?
Well, looky here. I took time out of my busy schedule to do this here interview.
Yes, most of our guests have.
Well, that's about right. But you journalists get paid to do our stories. I don't even get a dime. How about you pay me for the details and you have yourself a story? Agreed?
Okay. We'll pay you. Now, your story again, Mr. Blake.
That's more like it. All right. Well, my story takes place about 6 months ago, and I'll never forget her face. Well, it was a cool afternoon, and you know those funny smelling candles, right?
Oh yes, I have a lavender one at home.
Yeah, well, the house was smelling horrible, you know, and I didn't feel like taking out the trash. So I lit one of those bad boys up. Well, the aroma was working, but not nearly as much as I would like for the entire house. So I thought, why don't I place it in the bathroom, maybe even the bedroom, and even the living room?
Then what happened?
Well, I was carrying the candle jar through the living room, and you know the old expression water and oil don't mix.
Yes.
Well, furry paws and glasses don't grip. The jar done slipped out my paws and boy oh boy, I've never seen a fire catch so fast.
Oh my, how did you get out of there?
I couldn't. The doorknobs were too hot. Everything was on fire. I didn't know what to do. And I guess the neighbors called 911 because, like an angel, she appeared. The house was on fire, and I kept yelling in the most courageous way I could for her to save me. She took that axe and chopped at the door, I tell ya. Then she carried me from the house before the whole thing went up in flames.
Awesome! How heroic is that? But you must be sad you lost your house, though.
Me? No, ma'am. It wasn't my house anyway.
Wait, what?
Ma'am, I'm a bear. Maybe not a rich bear like you, but bears break in people's homes all the time looking for food. And I couldn't eat in dignity with all that smelly trash in there, so I lit a candle.
You destroyed someone's home.
Nope, not the way I see it. I helped those folks get rid of that nasty smell in their kitchen. Now, how about that payment?
That's a terrible story.
But Fire Chief 845 did save my life.
True. Here you go.
Well, what's this? Only a dime?
You said earlier you don't even get a dime, so there you go. Now get going.
I did say that, didn't I? Well, I better choose my words more carefully next time. Well, a dime is better than nothing.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Blake. Oh, and there's free food in the lobby. Alright, moving right along, our next guest knows all too well that what goes up must come down is not necessarily true in every case. Isn't that right, Mimi?
That's absolutely correct.
Now, what I love about your story is it shows that firefighters have different ways of saving lives in different situations.
That's right. I wasn't saved from the flames, but one day I found myself. About a year ago, I was relaxing with some tea, just looking out the window, when all of a sudden, a bird came by. And like all cats, I sent him a Morse code using my mouth. You've seen us do this a time or two, I'm sure.
Oh, that clicking thing you cats do when you see a bird? Yes.
Right.
I never knew it was Morse code. Why and what are you cats telling birds? Cats and birds speak different languages, so clicking is our way to communicate to the birds that we just simply want to talk to them in private, alone. Just a quick chat about the prospects of lunch. Oh, that's nice of you guys. So I climb up this tree, and wouldn't you know it, I climb so high that I'm too scared to get down. I never climbed a tree before. After an hour or so, I remember her face. She pulled out her ladder and swiftly came to my aid. Now, why didn't you just jump down? Don't cats always land on their feet? Yes, they do, but I'm part Scottish fold, and our feet are just too short and stubby. You see these legs? A jump from that high, my belly would touch the ground before my legs did. Oh, that makes sense now. Amazing. Yup, it said that she saved 845 lives. Therefore, they call her Fire Chief 845. Oh, so that's what 845 stands for. Yup, I'll never forget her. She's probably out there saving someone else right now. Yes, she probably is. Thank you, Mimi. No problem, Janice, and you have a great day. In the summer months, every now and then, there comes droughts, and these very dry seasons are perfect conditions for enormous fires to break forth. Our next guest was caught in one of these fires and had the blessing of being rescued from such disasters. Mr. Winston, how did Fire Chief 845 help you on that tragic day?
Yes, I remember that day like it was just yesterday. In fact, it was just yesterday.
That recent, huh? Well, it just goes to show you folks how busy Fire Chief 845 is.
Indeed, but she still had time to rescue me. It must have been 8 o'clock at night, and well, I was grading some papers.
Oh, you're a teacher?
University professor, actually. I teach a course on probability.
Oh, the study of the chance that a given event will occur, right?
Well, the study of the ratio of the number of outcomes in an exhaustive set of equally likely outcomes that produce a given event to the total number of possible outcomes. So yes.
Okay.
So after grading some papers, I was testing a new theory I had with a pair of dice. Just then, I heard the wind picking up in the leaves just above me. I knew a storm was brewing. So I said to myself, I better get away from this tree and inside my house. But then it dawned on me, I'm an owl. I live in and around trees.
Oh no. Then I said, really, just really, what is the probability of lightning hitting me? All of a sudden, I heard a loud boom. Puzzled, I said, where did the lightning strike? Where did it strike? My thoughts exactly, my dear. I smelled smoke, but I didn't know where it was coming from. I turned around, and the forest was all on fire. Everywhere I turned, the fire was everywhere. And just before the fire got really out of hand, I heard a voice cry out, "Stop, drop, and roll." It was her voice. I'll never forget it.
Stop, drop, and roll.
It seems the lightning struck just 3 inches away from my back feather. Oh my, that's close. And worst of all, not knowing before I was on fire, everywhere I turned, I was the one that was lighting up the whole forest. And at the moment I heard her voice, I did just like my dice. I stopped what I was doing, I dropped, and I rolled until the fire was out. After that, Fire Chief 845 picked me up and carried me away. It's a good thing she got there in time to save you. What are the chances of lightning coming that close to you? Yes, I'm glad you asked because the chances are written out in this equation here. Nope. Professor Winston, the interview's done. Thank you. Last but not least, this guest tells us he got an unexpected surprise when he decided to grill last week. Jay, welcome to the show. Tell us what happened.
Surprise isn't even the word for it. I was shocked. So I was about to grill my bananas, right?
Whoa, wait, you grilled bananas?
Only for a minute, but the taste of char on bananas, scrumptious. Anyways, last week I was about to light the grill, right? Well, I smelled this peculiar smell, but I didn't think anything of it because, well, moments before I just released the breeze.
What's releasing the breeze?
Oh, that's when... Oops, excuse me, that's releasing the breeze.
Disgusting, sir.
I said excuse me.
That doesn't make it any better.
You're right, but it does show I'm accountable and take ownership of my actions. Anyways, thinking the smell came from me, I decided to light the grill, and then, all of a sudden, boom! I blacked out. I'm told in an instant I became a flying J.
I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings.
Witnesses say that after hearing a loud boom that I landed on the patio. The grill was on fire and I was out cold.
Then what happened?
Well, Fire Chief 845 gave me CPR and put out the fire. She was amazing. She reminded me if I smell anything funny, that's not the time to light the grill.
I bet you won't be monkeying around the grill anymore.
Why do you have to say it like that? And what's that supposed to mean?
It's a joke, sir. A play on words.
How about I light you up? Huh?
Security?
Hey, get your hands off me.
Well, what can we say? Thank you, Fire Chief 845. You saved so many lives, and we're so grateful that we have such a hero like you in our community. That's all the time we have today, folks. But now we realize how important firefighters really are. Wishing you all the best and a safe day, I'm Janice O'Hare, signing off. Fire Chief 845, wherever you are, you keep on doing what you do. We certainly love and appreciate you and your efforts.